The biggest jolt to my biases at that time was in one of the discussions I had with Dr. Thomas Kruse, a senior in the lab I was a master's student in Denmark. We both come from opposite sides of family structures and values. I come from a rigid family structure, and there is a strict interdependency, compliance, and hierarchy. Thomas Kruse comes from a fluid family structure with the possibility of divorce, choice, and independence. In Western culture, children, as adults, meet their respective parents a few times a year. On the other hand, in conservative societies such as India, the children and parents tend to live together almost forever, which is a taboo in the West. Of course, modern living is changing this structure. I asked Dr. Kruse how it is all right to not see and respect one's own parents. Thomas answered something like, "I love my parents. They are my parents. But that does not mean that they are the greatest humans ever." We meet so many people in our lives who are truly better humans than our own parents. I can choose to respect people based on their standards of humanity or some other character that I live. That is profound. As a scientist, I have to concede to the absolute objectivity of his statements. At that time, I could not accept it because I was absolutely dependent on my parents for my well-being and education, whereas Thomas's case was different. The Danish state provides for its children's well-being and education. Not to take away anything from the parents, but the state shares the responsibility. The Danish state provides free healthcare and education to all its inhabitants. Even my master's degree from Denmark was free. Otherwise, I would not have been able to afford it. For this, I consider Denmark my second motherland. I have to be grateful for the free education and healthcare it provided me. Most importantly, Denmark has profoundly influenced my science and philosophy. I feel proud when Denmark is mentioned among the happiest countries or in other positive contexts, and I eagerly brag about my experience of studying there whenever possible. As you read this, I hope you see how I developed a new bias for Denmark. Our mental tendencies make us naturally biased toward what is, was, or will be part of us. Our biases are shaped by family, extended family, school, and immediate society. These biases influence our choices, and the feedback from these choices reinforces our biases, solidifying them into a part of our identity. Animals in the wild may also have tendencies or biases, but there is a significant difference between human and wild animal societies. Animal societies are straightforward, often structured around a simple hierarchy without further subdivisions of identities. In contrast, modern human societies are mosaics of identities based on religion, race, caste, and community, leading to complex behaviors influenced by the standing and number of individuals sharing similar identities. Animals live in the moment, dealing with situations as they arise, whether as individuals or groups. Humans, however, often dwell on the past and plan extensively for the future, driven by ambitious desires and living in densely populated societies. Modern civilization thrives on the generation and exchange of information, but biases can distort the perception of this information. While biases might seem harmless in the short term, they can cause significant harm to individuals and groups. The truth can become obscured by biases, turning lies into perceived truths, and vice versa, depending on who is speaking and to whom they are speaking.